What's good, everybody? It's your boy Mark. This is my first video that I'm doing about Shipt. I want to talk a little bit about Shipt. I've been doing Shipt for a long time, over 3 years, and I've seen a lot of the changes, the ups and the downs, and all that other good stuff. But in this particular video, what I want to talk about are the unfair practices of Shipt. Talk about the unfair practices, because it's a lot of things that Shipt does that is just, to me, is outrageous. And I think that any other seasoned Shipt shopper would agree with me. One of the worst parts of Shipt, of being a Shipt shopper, is the rating system. Absolutely horrible. Horrible. If you are a person that's watching this video who is deciding whether they want to shop for Shipt or not, please listen to this. Listen to this video before you make this decision. Now, before I go into that, let me say this. You can make good money with Shipt. You can. If you're in a good metro, you can make good money, at least for a little while, before the area gets oversaturated and you're thrown back into the pool with the rest of the shoppers who have already been shopping there and all of that stuff. You're going to notice how the money changes. When you first come on board, I think it's like your first 10 shops, you get priority. So they're going to give you all of the good customers. They're going to snatch other people's preferreds and all of the people who give good tips. They're going to give them to people like you, to the newbies, for the first 10 orders. After your first 10 orders, you're thrown back into the pool with the rest of the shoppers, and that's when you're going to see all of your $40 and $50 tips start to diminish and go down to $20, $15, $10. And then at that point, you're playing the game with everybody else. And this is how Shipt does it. It's a constant door. Like, you know, people come in, they go out. People come in and go out because they realize that they've been duped for the most part. All right. But anyway, I want to talk about the ratings. Listen to this, please, because I mean, Shipt does not explain this to you at first. You have to find this out through trial and error. Shipt's rating system, it works on a 5-star, 1 to 5-star rating system. 1 being the worst, 5 being the highest. When you deliver an order and the customer decides that they want to rate you, they can, on the Shipt app, to my understanding, if they rate lower than 5 stars, they have to give a reason. I'm not too sure about that. That's what I was told. But the problem is this, even if that is true, the problem is on the Target app, which most people shop through, they don't have to give a reason. They can rate you 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 stars and just call it a day. Now, for us Shipt shoppers, your rating is everything. Please understand this. It's everything, because your rating is going to determine how you see orders. Even the preferred customers. Because if there's other preferred customers who have a higher rating than you, then they see the order before you. So understand that your rating is everything. This is what I don't like about the rating system with Shipt. Customers can rate you however they want for whatever reason. You can do a good job, go over and beyond, and a customer could just give you a 3-star. And that 3-star will knock down your stat. If you're at a 5-star, I think a 3-star knocks you down like 4 points or something. But it all depends on how many stars you have from 5. Because if you have 1, then you get a 3, it'll knock you down to a certain point and all that stuff. I'm not gonna get into all that in this video, but understand, if you don't get 5 stars, your rating will be affected. And that effect will reflect in how you get orders. The rating part is not really the problem for me. The problem for me is that the customers are able to rate however they want without reason, and you are affected. Now what Shipt does is they'll tell you, oh, well, you go and fill out a rating forgiveness form. I'm telling you right now, I don't know why they make it seem as if they're really reviewing these things. I mean, everybody knows they're not. I'm pretty sure they have thousands upon thousands of rating forgiveness forms coming in daily because of the horrible customers that shop with Shipt, giving shoppers bad ratings. I'm not saying some shoppers are horrible shoppers, so I understand it, but there are a lot of good shoppers who suffer simply because of a customer was just angry at work. It could have been something else. I don't know. Maybe she was arguing with her husband or something, and she's taking it out on the shopper. Shipt doesn't allow you to see the reason as to why they gave you a 4, 5, or 2, or 3, or whatever rating. They don't allow you to see that. They want to keep it confidential, for security reasons. So at the end of the day, even if you did do something wrong, even if it was a mistake, like maybe something fell out in your car and you didn't realize it, but the customer marks you, they give you a 3-star and they say item was missing. Shipt doesn't actually tell you that. They might not say that. They might have another reason, something else. I don't know, like they felt like, oh, he pulled into my driveway and I don't like people in my driveway or something. I don't know. Whatever it is, they don't tell you directly what happens. They don't tell you why the customer gave you that star rating, and they don't tell you who it is. So now you're left to try to figure out, like, well, how do you even combat this? How do you go in and do a rating forgiveness? Because during the rating forgiveness form, they tell you take your best guess. How stupid is that? I mean, just really think about it. For people who do shops, like me, I'm a full-time shopper, so I'm always shopping. How in the world am I going to remember out of within a week, I probably did about 70 shops. How am I going to remember? You get the idea? The rating system, it doesn't make sense at all. I've been complaining to Shipt about the rating system for the longest. I think that customers should be able to rate because, I mean, you can't charge people money and not allow them to rate. But the rating should not affect how we receive orders. The rating should just be something that goes to Shipt for like feedback so that Shipt can see what's going on or whatever. It should not affect how we receive orders. The only thing that should affect how we receive orders is things that can clearly be seen by Shipt. Like, did you mark deliver before actually getting there? Because they can see that. They have a tracker on you. They know if you were at the address or not. You know what I mean? Things like being able to look into the order and to be able to see, like, did you make a substitution on an order where the person said do not substitute? I'm sorry. Now, if you made a substitute on that type of order, then you deserve to have a star taken away because you're doing stuff that you shouldn't do. But in my opinion, it's totally unfair to allow customers to just swing the shoppers any which way and not really give an adequate reason for it. I can speak for myself. I know that, like, I had somebody say that I made a bad substitution. That's not true. And I know it's not true because I never substitute without asking a customer. Ever. I never. So this is how I know when Shipt sent me the email saying that my rating forgiveness was denied. I know that they didn't read it. That was just an automated message sent back to me. That's what that was. These are the kind of things I'm talking about. Shipt doesn't care. They don't care about the shoppers. They don't. I'm telling you that right now. They do not care about the shoppers. Hold on a second. I got to get me some water. Shipt does not care about the shoppers. Shipt's main objective is to just make sure the orders get done. That's it. They don't care, but they don't care about you as a shopper because at the end of the day, there's always a line. They don't care if you leave. Bye. They're just gonna put somebody else in line. or take somebody else from the waiting list and then put them right in your place. It's always people on the waiting list. And Shipt knows this. This is why they do that. This is why they always have a waiting list, because they know this horrible system. The ones at the top, they benefit. They benefit, but the people that get in, the people that come in as shoppers, we the ones who get the stick. You know, we got to take it on the chin. Now, another thing I want to talk about with Shipt is the bundles. Let me tell you, when I first started shopping with Shipt, it wasn't like that. I don't even think bundles wasn't even a thing that was heard of. Us shoppers, we made our own bundles. Now what Shipt does is they make the bundles for you. And the pay is horrible. It's horrible. I mean, it probably would be the difference of like, I don't know, they may add like $2 onto what they would have originally paid you for one of those orders. And the distance, they have you driving all over the world. You could be driving for 45 minutes, sometimes 60 minutes for like $18 without the guarantee of a tip. That's a problem. That's another issue. In my opinion, I feel like once the orders are over a certain dollar amount, need to be have some type of gratuity or something, because it's outrageous like how someone can just order 8 cases of water, 4 cases of 35-pound cat litter, a whole bunch of groceries. I'm talking like $600, $700. I have done $700 orders before and got a $6 tip. That's outrageous. And I know I did a good job. Hands down. I know I did. Nobody can tell me that I didn't. I even go up and over and beyond, because in my state, it's a state you have to buy bags. So what I did was, being that I'm a full-time shopper and I have a ton of preferred customers, I said, well, I'll provide the bags for them. So I went and I brought bags so that they don't have to pay for the bags. And you still have people who would just, one lady got upset that I gave her plastic bags. She gave me a 3-star when I did her job, when I did her order to perfection. So it's just like, basically what I'm saying when it comes to that whole thing with the rating, the customer, you're working to the customer satisfaction. That's not fair in this line of work, in my opinion, because the customer is not in the store. The customer cannot see what's in the store and what's not in the store. Like if you text them and you say, well, they don't have the Wonder Bread, they're not there to see that. So this is why I feel like they should, the rating system should be a little bit different. It should be tweaked a little bit, because you have customers who get upset when you text them something like that and they say, well, it says online that the bread is there. I'm sorry, ma'am or sir, I'm in the store, the bread is not here. You as a shopper, you can't do anything about the fact that it's out of stock, but they get upset and give you 2 stars, and now you have to take that on the chin. And like I said, they may put that rating in 4 days later. You don't know where that came from. Shipt does not tell you that. So now you're trying to figure out who could have possibly did this out of probably like 35 orders that you did since then. That's not right. It's not fair at all, in my opinion. But the bundles, back to the bundles. The bundles are just outrageous. You're gonna be driving all over the world for some minuscule amount of money, and it's just not worth it, in my opinion. That's how I feel about it. So I feel like if you're considering becoming a Shipt shopper, you need to really like try to get like a game plan going somehow, some way, because if not, you're going to find out that you're actually losing gas. Sometimes they want you going to another state. Sometimes I have to go across the bridge, and it costs like, and these orders could be for like $7, sometimes $7.45 or something. You know what I mean? It costs $4 to go over the bridge. What? Like, you get the idea here? Is a lot of it is just not making sense. So you really want to sit down and see what kind of game plan you're going to have. Personally, I feel like your game plan should be, okay, let me get in, try to make the amount of money that I feel like I need, and get out. Get out. Because that's one of the mistakes that I made. You stick around too long. Like, I tried to make I make a job out of it. I do other things, but this is something that I use as pretty much like a full-time job. I shouldn't have done that. I shouldn't have done that. But here I am. I'm not going to complain about it, but I'm just trying to warn the other people. You are going to be affected by this horrible rating system, and you're going to have to deal with all of these crazy bundles, all of you new people that come on. Because see, the old heads like myself in Shipt, we were doing this way before the bundles came in. So the bundles came as a shock. It's like, whoa, what's going on here? But for the new people, y'all probably won't notice it. So I'm letting you know how it used to be. We used to make our own bundles. And another thing with the bundles too, what they do, what you'll find, right, is that the majority of the time when they bundle people, it's always a good tipper with a non-tipper. Now, from a business perspective, I understand that, because they're just trying to ensure that their horrible customers who don't tip get paired with somebody that does tip, so that it'll entice the shopper to pick it up, because at least the shopper will be thinking, all right, well, I'll get paid from this one, right? But see, that's not right, in my opinion, because you have now taken away my right to choose. We're supposed to be independent contractors. I should be able to choose who I want to shop for. Don't try to play that game with me and bundle one of my preferred shoppers that I do all the time with a horrible customer. And one of the other horrible things about it is that when I say horrible, it's not just always money. Sometimes you have customers who are just nasty people. They're unresponsive. They always give bad ratings, and those are the kind of people you want to stay away from. You want to stay away from those people who always play with your rating. But how are you going to do that when they're constantly bundling your preferred shoppers with horrible customers? You see, it's a game. It's a game with Shipt. And I just wanted to make this video to warn the newbies that's coming on board. Beware. Get in, get your money, and get out. All right, so I hope that this video could help somebody. All right, until next time, peace.